Time this afternoon, man. A couple things for you. The first one is about kind of rhythm and timing with a quarterback, and I know how important that is. Certainly felt like you and Justin were pretty in sync this weekend. Was there a particular play or a particular route that you ran where you guys have been working on that play, that route so hard, and it felt great to finally have it click in a game?
Just overall, just having the extended off season, I feel like we got to work on so many routes. So, really everything I run is we got like good amount of reps on everything. So, Justin doesn't miss much, and when he's on target, I just got to make sure I do my job. So,
the other thing I want to ask you about is about all of this practice time that you guys have had. I know how hard it is to replicate true game speed. I realize your stats were good, but how long did it take for you to feel like your legs were underneath you and you were adjusting to playing as fast as you have to play in game?
I think our coaches have done a great job, of mocking that environment for us throughout this offseason. So we got 3 scrimmages in before we even touched the field this past Saturday. And just those 3 weeks, we were moving at game speed. We weren't full contact, but we were thudding up. And I think that really got us prepared and ready to play for this past Saturday against Nebraska.
Thanks, man. Good luck to you.
Appreciate that.
All righty, next we'll go to Tim May from Letterman Row. Tim.
Thanks, Mike. Hey, Garrett, I was just wondering if you and Jackson in the group, do y'all practice spectacular catches, or are they always a product, a spur of the moment?
Nah, at Ohio State, I think Coach Day, he emphasizes, just making the routine plays routine. So I think we work at that, more than anything else. And the spectacular catches, that's kind of something that, if you're in the situation, you just got to make the play, competitive excellence. And, Jackson did a good job of showing that this past weekend.
Yeah, it seemed against Clemson, you kind of put the bar up there, and then Jackson might have exceeded it. I don't know on Saturday. Where would you rank that catch, and what does it do for a young receiver to pull off a play like that from a confidence standpoint down the road?
Yeah, I know for him that was huge, because going into this game, we had talked about, making plays and stuff like that. When you play receiver, that's kind of just something that comes up in conversation. So, for him to make that play in that game at that point, that was super awesome. So, I know we were all super excited for him, and we got to dance and everything like that. So, it was just a big place, and we were excited to see him do that. But we all knew he could do it.
Yeah, one of the quickie. These 4 guys that came in, these freshmen, they seem special, kind of like you did a year ago. Have they surprised you by how well they have progressed, for want of another term?
Yeah, all 4 of them, since they came in, have just continually got better. And I know Jackson being in my position group and Mookie too, I've seen them just, grow over these past couple months. And with Jackson, be able to see it translate on the field, it's something we all expected in the receiver room after seeing him practice these last couple of months.
Thanks, man.
Okay, we'll go next to Bill Rabinowitz from the Columbus Dispatch. Bill.
Yeah, Garrett, just how comfortable do you feel in the slot? Do you feel like you're a mismatch against anyone you go against there?
Every week I'm working on, getting better in the slot. But like I said, again, with the extended offseason, I got to get a lot of work in there. And, it was a move I was excited to make from the outside, and then still being able to mix in some of the outside. So I feel like I can definitely, get some good matchups, favorable matchups in the slot.
I know injuries are always something that you guys don't like to talk about, but how confident are you that Chris will be ready this week?
I'm super confident. So I talked to Chris, and he seemed all good. So I think Chris is going to be ready to play on Saturday.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, next up, Doug Lamarice from Cleveland.com with Austin Ward on deck. Doug.
Garrett, I wanted to ask you about a couple specific plays from Saturday. First, the 4th down catch. I think you were lined up in the slot right next to Ruckert, and then you made that nice inside move. Can you just sort of take us through that play and maybe how you guys are stressing a defense when you and Jeremy are lined up like that?
That was one of the plays during this offseason we got tons of reps of. So against man coverage, we knew that was something we wanted to, look to throw. And we got the matchup there, and I kind of stemmed outside over Jeremy, where Jeremy was, and set up my, defender pretty well. So I think that was a play that, we worked at a lot, and to see it translate was good.
And that you could feel yourself setting the guy up there, right? It looked like he turned a little bit to the outside, and then you had him beat inside.
Yeah, I'm waiting on his reaction, and once I get him to go outside, I'm gonna go the other way. So, yeah.
Okay, and then like you said, obviously we saw you get some of the snaps outside when you guys were in 12 personnel. Your touchdown when Justin hit you, that kind of matchup. It's interesting to watch a guy like you because you have the outside skills and the slot skills. What are you thinking on that play? Do you have a good feel like, yeah, this is going to work and Justin's going to hit me here?
I mean, I knew that if the safety did what we thought he would do all throughout film and everything like that, that I would be getting the ball there. So I knew it was just me matched up on the corner. And once I saw him, take an outside step and go across his face, I knew Justin was going to put it right there. So, I mean, he hit me right in stride, perfect ball.
And the chance to still be able to do those kind of routes, not just be in the slot, but also be outside at times. What do you think of that?
No, I love that. So, I mean, I think, what's key to playing receivers, being able to be versatile, play inside and out. And that's something, that I wanted to be able to work on in my game. So, moving to the slot this past year and then being able to play outside still, I think that's only going to benefit me.
Thank you, Garrett.
Appreciate you.
All righty, we'll go next to Bill Landis from The Athletic. Bill.
Hey, Garrett, maybe along those similar lines, when you're lined up in the slot and you see that you might have a safety or maybe even better at times you might get a linebacker on you, like what goes through your mind when you realize you have that matchup?
I mean, that I just got to win. So no matter who I'm matched up against, I feel like I hold myself to a high enough standard that I feel like I should get open and, make myself available to the quarterback. And when I'm matched up in the slot against linebackers, safeties, nothing changes. So.
And the ball you caught, I think it might have been the fourth down reception. It got tipped, and it looked like it was going end over end when it got to you. Is it possible to practice that kind of stuff? Like, how do you work on the ball maybe coming out of the quarterback's hands a little funky like that?
I mean, it's hard to replicate something like that in practice, but I mean, overall, just doing hand-eye coordination drills, stuff like that, catching the ball often is all gonna go into it. But to tip or to replicate a tip balls like that. I mean, that could be probably harder. I don't know. It's kind of just a lucky catch by me. I actually almost dropped it. So, yeah.
All righty, we'll go next to Nathan Baird from Cleveland.com. Nathan.
Garrett, just what did you see from Julian Fleming in the preseason that might have explained why he had separated himself a little bit from some of those other guys, other options on the outside, even more veteran guys?
I think Julian I didn't know how fast he actually was. So for someone to be that big and strong and then move the way he does, I was just like, wow. So, I mean, he's fast. I don't think y'all haven't fully got to see it yet, but if he gets to open it up, y'all gonna probably say the same thing. So his speed is just, he's really fast.
All right, next up, Austin Ward from Letterman Row. Austin.
Garrett, I want to go back to that ability to go inside and outside. I know that's something that excites you, but if you had to pick one, what's your favorite place to line up in the formation for a route?
Honestly, I've played outside so long that I think I'm liking slot a lot more right now. So when I feel like when I'm lined up in the slot, I can, get some favorable matchups and take advantage of them. So just being more involved with the scheme as well. I think I like the slot, but like I said, going inside and outside is something I want to be able to have in my game.
You had one of those, drag routes underneath where Justin found you, and I don't know if it was a linebacker or who you had on you, but you just kind of ran away. And we saw KJ make a lot of money off of that over the last couple of years. How exciting is it to get some of those matchups on the inside? What is it about your game that you think lends itself to working in that area?
I mean, I think a lot of the receiver skills come from playing basketball for so long. So I think just handling the ball, going up and getting rebounds, things like that, all translate over to football well. And I don't know, that's something that I definitely don't, just kind of forget about. I always give credit to basketball for a lot of my receiver, abilities.
Thanks, man.
All right, next up, we'll go to Tony Gurdaman from Buckeye Scoop. Tony.
Garrett, do you want to take credit for teaching Jackson Smith think about that move?
No, I don't want to take credit for that. So the state of Texas can do that, but Jackson, he's someone that has like amazing abilities, one of the best I've ever seen, and he's gonna be a baller for years to come. So Jackson has all that.
Then a few plays before that, he got lit up pretty good on that targeting call, and I guess to say about him that he bounces back the way he did.
Yeah, he popped up right after he got hit. We talked about it on the sideline, after the after it happened, and he was pretty funny. But just to see him go back out there and make a catch, and he said it was something that he wanted to do after getting hit like that. Whenever we got back to the sideline, so I know he was happy to get the touchdown catch after that.
Thank you.
No problem.
All righty, we got time for a couple more. We've got quite a few hands raised, so let's keep it to one question per person, and we'll start with Jared Smalley. Jared.
Hi, Garrett. If Chris could not play on Saturday, how do you think it would affect your role? And greater than that, the receiving core as a whole? Obviously, everybody has a little bit more responsibility on their shoulders. If you get in a situation, how do you think you'd handle it?
I think just the depth of our receiver room in Zone 6, it's such a deep room. So I know we got some young guys, but it would be a great opportunity for one of them to step up and show that they're able to, show competitive excellence and take on that role. So, I have full faith in our receiver room that, someone could step up and, try to fill that void.
All right, we'll go next to Dave Biddle, 247 Sports. Dave.
Thanks, Mike. Hi, Garrett. As we've been talking about, it seems like you can do a little bit of everything as a wide receiver. Just how would you describe your game as a receiver?
I put a big emphasis on me being versatile. So, when I watch someone like Devontae Adams play, they show being able to play inside and out, good releases off the ball, being able to go track the ball down the field, and then also in the intermediate and in the short game. So, I want to be able to do all those things, just make anything that makes you harder to guard and harder to take away as a defense. So I'm focused on, trying to improve my whole game.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Stephen Means from Cleveland.com. Stephen.
I think there was a play at the goal line where I think you were rolling out right. I think you might have been open in the end zone, but Justin decided to just take off with it. When you guys are – first of all, did you think you were open on that?
Yeah, but I let Justin know. He said he saw green grass, so, I'm fully understanding, just move on to the next play. But I trust my quarterback 100%. And, if he didn't think I was open, then I'm rolling with it.
So when he's running, you guys are, and you guys feel you're open, and afterwards, after he scrambles and you guys are having that conversation, how much of a back and forth is it whether, maybe he should have stayed in the pocket and been a little bit more patient versus, him being Justin Fields and making a play?
No, it's not much of a conversation. So, honestly, I might say I'm open, but, yeah, I trust him, like I said. And if he thought he could get in the end zone, which he did right there, I'm rolling with it. But we ended up scoring the next play. So, we're just rocking out with 7 points. That's all I'm worried about.
How important was that Miami-Ohio game for you where you kind of got some extended reps in the second half, even if it was against second teams? How important was that for your development?
That was huge. So just being able to get on the field at any point last season was huge for my development, and see the college competition, feel that speed and get involved with the offense. All that, was huge to my development. So, yeah.
We'll go next to Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Dan.
Garrett, you mentioned before about, being from a great state of Texas, and, you had some success last year. Jackson coming in, having this immediate success. Do you think playing in a state like that with such competitive high school football helps prepare you to make an immediate impact at Ohio State?
Definitely. So, seeing the contact, or not the contact, but the competition that you do down in Texas, that's something that translates to the next level and to the levels, after that. You play football year round, 7-on-7. You have like a lot of time to polish your game, stuff like that. So just the coaching down there, all that, has a good effect on, translating into college ball.
Thanks, Garrett.
I got time for two more. We will go with Joey Kaufman from the Columbus Dispatch, and then wrap it up with Jeremy Birmingham. Joey.
Gary, you mentioned your basketball playing days helping out with football and catching balls and that sort of thing. How big a part was basketball part of your life growing up, and when did you start playing?
I started playing basketball, probably playing competitive basketball when I was probably 5 and upward, and that was a church league I played in. And I was pretty good back then, and I remember being able to dunk on the lower rims and stuff like that. And basketball is to this day my favorite sport. the size just didn't bless me. So if it was up to me, I probably would be playing basketball. But being 6 foot, I decided to make the decision, to play football and be a receiver. And but I mean, I think it has a lot to do with all the success and all these receiver traits and stuff like that. So I think I owe everything to basketball.
All righty, and we'll wrap it up today with Jeremy Birmingham from Letterman Row. Jeremy.
Hey, Garrett, I know you're in a little different situation than some of the other guys because you have Ohio roots, but how much did the success of guys like J.K. Dobbins and Baron Browning and Jeff Okudah have on you? How much impact did that have on you choosing Ohio State from Texas, and how do you think that what you and Jackson and guys are doing now can impact the Buckeyes as they recruit in that state in the future?
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, seeing Jeff in that wasn't huge in my recruitment, but for someone like Jackson or something like that, it could be totally different. So, I was aware that they played there, but overall, I felt the connection up here, and like you said, having the Ohio roots, I wanted to come back. But for future Ohio State going down in the state of Texas, I think it's a great thing, to have a whole bunch of players on the team showing out, and seeing someone like J.K. go up from college ball to the league after that. Coming from, Central Texas, I think that'll, pay its dividends later.
Do you notice a different type of reaction when you go back home to Texas and talk to high school kids, or, do they treat you different maybe than you thought?
After I decided not to go to UT, I would say it's a little different than what I thought it would be. But I think Ohio State has such a, universal what's the word? I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. But just people everywhere can gravitate towards the university. So when I go back to Texas, it's a lot of love. Surprisingly, a lot of people, like Ohio State down there in Austin and Lake Travis now. So, I think that we'll have some good roots down there.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing, and come visit us over at BuckeyeGrove.com for all the best Ohio State information on the web.